All right, Ron, my man, from Houston, Texas, we got a report from a brand new hailstorm, Garcia of Haight. Be sharing across the roof and airwaves. If y'all don't know, you're about to find out what's going on in Houston, bro.
Oh man, just busy, man. Just killing it, dude. Just trying to get out here and uh, make this happen, man. It's been a while since we've had some really good storm damage like this. It's reminiscent of Hurricane Ike, even though it's different type of damage, but it's definitely the same type of feel.
Man, so we were talking a little bit about your history and roofing, and we're going to get into that a little bit. Sure. How long have you been working in the Houston market?
I actually started working this market Hurricane Ike, so going on 11, almost 12 years now. Um, Got into this business like literally 2 days after Hurricane Ike. Had a buddy that worked in Kansas City that was pitching me about joining his roofing company, and so I put in for I put in for a week vacation, and it just happened to be that it takes a while to get your vacation when you're working corporate America, and at the end of the day, when I was supposed to be going up there to Kansas City, Hurricane Ike hit 2 days prior. My vacation started, and those guys that were working up there came down here to work Hurricane Ike, so I didn't actually have to travel, but got to see that, so that was really cool.
Hell yeah. Also, we got a storm on ground. Yeah. We had some storms last year. Earlier in the season, talk to us about what kind of weather that's been happening and if it's done any damage.
Well, it's been crazy, man. Within the next day, which was actually it was yesterday, it hit the main front end of the storm hit 2 nights ago, and yesterday was crazy. It was probably the best day as far as lining up new prospects, obviously, since I started the company up back in 2015, and as far as new prospects, new customers, filling up the pipeline. Most of my guys reported between 10 and 15 new deals that they signed up, and there's close to about I've over 30 guys, so we lined up close to about 400 deals yesterday.
400 deals in one day, man. That's incredible, yep. Dog. So I want to hear about the story of scaling in the local market. Many of the contractors are looking to both capitalize off the insurance and have a sustainable business in one place. You've been in Houston. You're rocking that Astros jersey. You don't really go outside of your zone. So talk to me, man. Before this storm, how are you keeping consistency with sales?
Well, I don't storm chase, so we're here out of Houston, and so the thing about Houston, as far as because we do work solely on insurance proceeds, or mostly on insurance proceeds. We do some retail, but mostly it's insurance-based work. There's a lot of different little like windstorms and stuff like that. We try to we've gotten really good at playing or working with insurance companies and really beating them at their own game. Like, for example, here in the Houston market, because it gets so hot, our roofs here, they don't last nowhere near as long as they do in other markets. For example, like in Denver or Kansas City, where a 30-year roof might last 30 years. Here in Houston, a 30-year roof lasts anywhere from 12 to 15 years because of the extreme weather or extreme heat. And so we normally go off of 2, 3, 4 shingles that are missing or creased or something like that, and we play the repairability game, and so we've gotten really good at working the insurance angle and how to get roof spot where most guys kind of just leave a lot of meat on the bone there, and so that's what's kept us consistent. The other thing that's kept us consistent is just doing the right thing all the time with our homeowners.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed is that you have delivered quality service and that you've invested in your company. You talked about your commitment to do the right thing behind people, because you came into this business as a salesperson and experienced pain of working for the wrong guy. What's that like? What was your story that you told me about how you got started?
Yeah, so I started working for another company, and essentially what ended up happening is, when it comes to the management and ownership of that company, there was a lot of people that were mishandled, including myself, as far as the way they were treated and the way that they were, just kind of like kicked around, and that particular ownership would, use money and holding back money from you and stuff like that, just as a punishment when they liked you or when they didn't. And then it was just it was a very childlike mentality as far as how they ran the company. And so that didn't work out. And then I went and helped another guy that branched off from that company. And there was just, a lot of money issues and stuff like that, as far as like getting paid and all that stuff. So that wasn't working out for me. And obviously, I didn't, it wasn't conducive to my, the way that I wanted to do it.
And if y'all don't know, man, Affordable One is one of the dominant forces of the Houston market. That they're close to $20 million in sales this year, 40 sales, 400 sales deal yesterday. Before this storm, they were getting leads calling in. They're established in the community. Their phone was ringing. After the storm happens, they're the local choice. So I wanted to get it out to the network. JR, one of our Sky Diamonds members, is the second year in the program. To really kind of feature these systems that they have in Affordable One. You get access to Sky Diamond University. You get access to leads. JR leads on Facebook, and it's sort of canvas team. So for a sales guy to be able to come into the marketplace, it's about what we call momentum. How can people get momentum with you over other companies?
Well, I would recommend for guys that want to come into this market and work for a reputable company to come work for us. A lot of the reason for it is for what you talked about before. We already established ourselves as one of the powerhouses in this market. That's number one. We're very and for good reason. Again, we treat our homeowners right. We do the right thing, and we do everything the right way all the time. But more importantly, when it comes to somebody that wants to come into this market and work for a reputable company that already has the leads coming in, already has the reputation that we've set forth here for the last 4 years, putting in place. I mean, we're a 5-star rated company on Google with over 250 reviews. We have over 120 recommendations on Facebook, also 5-star. People love us. And the thing about it is, we pay well. We've never, I've never missed a payment as far as, taking care of the guys and everything like that. But more importantly, the systems like in Sky Diamonds and everything like that, we put people in place so that you don't come out here and then you're just kind of on your own. I mean, we've got such a large team that you're going to have the ability to work with people hand in hand, go into these neighborhoods hand in hand, and just dominate. I mean, every neighborhood that we go to, I mean, we do neighborhood heists, man. We take them over, and people love us for it. We get neighboritis going. It's just, it's a fun company to work for. It's one of those deals where, I mean, we got a bunch of good guys, and people love us.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn this down right here. Here's a deal, guy. JR is absolutely killing the game. He's talking about the neighborhood heists, where you build momentum in the neighborhood by going door to door. And the one thing I want to tell you is that every single Saturday, I did a sales meeting today, and I counted how many freaking meetings that I did Saturday sales meetings for. I think I probably was done close to 600 meetings on a Saturday. The kind of consistency is what you need to build a system, to build a good roofing company. And JR has 40 sales reps. They got 400 contracts today after the storm. They've got leads coming in their office, but you want to know how this guy has delivered this consistent method of sales. And he's told you, he's invested back into his team people. He's invested back into his company. He's stayed true to is local networks. There's some things that they do in the community to give back to the community, and this gets them in front of lots of people. I know that y'all are sponsoring different live events, cooking barbecues. You're a part of disaster relief stuff with the Navy. What is that? What you got some people out there that are helping people? How does that work?
Yeah. So one of the things, I mean, I've always believed in giving back to the community, just for the simple fact that, that's where we come from. I'm Houston through and through, and helping the community out is definitely something as one of our top priorities. We've got some great guys that work for us, like Taylor Fontenot, Zach Smith, Barb. These people that go out, they're part of a company that it's called 50 Star SAR. They used to be in line with the Cajun Navy. They've separated and they started their own company, their own nonprofit, and it's a search and rescue team that goes out, and we go out to different areas where hurricanes hit. Like last year, we were in South Carolina. And we were in Louisiana. We went all over the place. Obviously, here in Houston, we've got the floods from Harvey, and so these teams, we go out and we definitely we go out and the day of the storms and everything like that, to go out and search and rescue people from their homes, and saving lives and stuff like that, because we want to make sure that obviously in this industry, we kind of profit from disaster, but it's one thing to give back, and more importantly, be there first to help the community out and make sure that people are okay.
Your guys risked their lives. I mean, they were up in jacked up trucks driving through flooded area, risking their own property, risking their own lives to save people, and they know they're going to profit on hail. They know they're going to do lots of things. They're not going to go out as a team and sell 400 projects. Willing to give their time. So that's the kind of group and organization, that community type culture as an owner, that the owner steps up and establishes. That constant sacrifice. That's the difference between the good companies and the great companies. JR makes that sacrifice. He makes that investment into opportunity, and it gives his team the ability to capture momentum, win as a Wolfpack. And so I really believe that we could make a lot of money selling roofs individually, both in JR. What do you think the idea of being a big team versus being like a little wolf roofer who, since there's no barrier to entry, what would you say the benefits of obviously if you're a lone wolf roofer, you might make more profit per project, but always have problems in some of the areas. What have you seen guys that are lone wolves that join your team get major advantages?
So I would say that the main advantage there, I mean, honestly, like the main advantage is it's feeling, honestly, I mean, it's gonna sound a little lame or cheesy, but it feels good, man. It feels good to know inside that you're doing good. I mean, it just feels good. It's like my mom said, it's nice to be nice. It's cool when you have that already. And the guys that work for me and everything like that, I try to instill that lion pride mentality to go out and make stuff happen, go out to sell, and it's, you have to have a good yin and yang. So there's a killer mentality to go out there and like you said, be the lone wolf and kill it and everything like that. But when you go out and you help people before, during, and after the storm, I mean, that's kind of how the culmination of storm restoration really comes together. It's like, we're there when, we're there before the storm, we're there, especially during the storm and after the storm, we're there, we're helping people, and it feels good to help them at every step of the way, instead of just going in there and kind of, breaking up the dollars, what I mean? It feels good. More importantly than anything else, like I said, it sounds cheesy, but it's the truth, man. It feels good to help people. You know what I mean? Like that's in and of itself. That's why we do it.
Amen, brother. My account is kind of messing up here with the stream. So tell them real quick how they can connect with you, how many roofs you built there in Houston, and what the game plan is for the storm.
Okay. So Yeah, with the sales meeting that we do every Saturday morning, and you know, that's like what we Saturday morning meetings to really get our game plan together. So, like for example, today we've split up our teams. That, you know, there's about 5 or 6 different sectors that got hit in Houston. You know, there's these little, you know, sectors that got these pockets that got hit in Houston. It's all about putting my top team guys, the top team leaders in charge of those sectors. And then each one of those guys have about, you know, 5 or 6 guys that go out with those guys and then just blow it up. So we are door to door. We you know, you know, like Sky Diamond says, man, we're knock stars. We go out, we generate business. The main thing with that itself is that because you're with a company that's already you know, established themselves as one of the powerhouses in the market. Everybody's knocking on at our door when it comes to, you know, crews and stuff like that. Being that you're working with a company that's worked with so many contractors and has done so many roofs. You know, we know what crews are good, what crews are bad, you know, which ones to mess with, which ones not to mess with. And at the end of the day, you know, we have the firepower, we have the manpower to put up these roofs. And then we have because, you know, we pay our bills and we do everything the right way. Again, just doing everything the right way. We've got, you know, a $3 million credit line where, you know, as far as putting up materials, putting up houses and putting these roofs on and getting these guys paid, it won't be an issue like where another, you know, roofing company that can only handle a certain amount. I mean, there's the company that I worked for, before. My main problem is that not that I sold, not that I couldn't sell, but the company couldn't handle the volume that I would bring to that company. Over here, you don't have that problem where, you know, you're going to get the deals. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. We're going to get our jobs and everything like that. You're working for a company that can put them on quick and get you paid quick. And that's one of the things and that's important for our customers too. I mean, what's the point of you know, buying a roof from somebody?
What's your number, JR? What's your cell phone?
My cell phone number is 832-574-2907. That's my cell phone number. You guys give me a call. Again, it's 832-574-2907. We'll hook you up. We'll go through our training. That's the other good thing is that, you know, even if you guys have never sold roofs before, come on in. You guys are excited, and you want to change your lives, and you have that mentality that it's time for you to have a better standard of living. You give me a shout because we're gonna show you how to become a top producer and actually become, you know, a six-figure income person here, and you can totally transform your life from what you're doing now to really actually, you know, make a good living for yourself where you can actually provide for you and your family.
So how much money can they make in that storm? How do they get paid? And how many roofs were you doing before the storm?
So before the storm, we were roofing, you know, at our low times, you know, we were just coming out of winter, obviously, and everything like that. We were roofing about 65 roofs a month. Is basically, you know, more or less about 65 to 70 roofs a month is what we were installing at the time. Now going into the peak seasons, we'll definitely install 150 roofs a month, easy. As far as the pay goes, guys, when you go and you actually sell a roof and you go in, you guys collect your money. There's for the guys that understand the process, you know, there's the guys that understand the insurance process. You know, we don't collect any money up front. When you collect your first check after the roof's installed, or like we like collecting our money, you know, the day of construction. You go out, you collect your money. We go ahead and pay you a percentage of your commission up front. And then, you know, we have a supplement process to maximize your income. And then when that check comes in, then you get paid all your money. But the point is that you won't be, you know, high and dry until that money comes in. You're definitely going to be getting paid. And then for the new guys, as far as signing their deals up front, we pay them $100 for you know, any signed deals up front. And what I mean by signed deals is new business, not necessarily approved business or contract or jobs that go into contract. The other thing too is that, you know, with the team building, that what we do, guys, you come in, you like this, and you decide that this is something that you do, and I can rely on you to become someone better and of leadership position, then at that point, we would put you through our leadership training and our managers training, and then you can start building your team and start collecting money off of the team that we build out from underneath, or build from underneath you as well, or build underneath you. And then, so now you have your revenue, your income, and then you become in that role to where you become management and you have that leadership position. Then at that point, you're going to start making residuals off the rest of your team as well. So it's a really good opportunity, really, really great opportunity to really, make a good living and make a good living quick.
So I put your website up there, affordable-1.com. So
that's correct,
guys. JR is the boss. He does 17 million plus a year. He's on his way to do 50 million in 1 year. He's got a team of guys that sold 400 deals yesterday. You need to connect with JR, and you need to get your guys in this elite network, because this is how we treat our elite members when a storm happens.
That's right. Yeah, man. Yeah. And guys, I mean, when it comes to Haight and Sky Diamonds University, if you haven't done it yet, you need to look into this, because there's the tools. That's where we get it from. It's just applying the steps and actually doing it. I was listening to Dan Pena this morning, and that's one of the things that he's talking about. There's the guys that, get on and are, fiddling around with it. And there's the guys that actually just do it, and that's the main thing. Guys, go out there, and the tools are there, and I'm really appreciative, really appreciative.
Dude, I love Dan Pena, man. And if I had a better internet connection, I could talk more. So you've done a great job with your interview, dude. We're going to bring you back. We're going to get an update. How many roofs do you think you're going to get from this storm? What's your goal?
My goal from the storm, without, with the deals that we have in line and in place, I'm being conservative is that we should have a consistent stream of 200 roofs. Like, we signed up 400 deals yesterday. So as far as them going to contract and everything like that, you start weighing your percentages, 40, it's usually 80% of those go to the next level, and 80% of those actually become contracts. So generally speaking, off of those, in one day, we should get about 200 contracts. Now, obviously that was the first day, things start to slow down, and just being realistic, like there's, as far as what to expect, my main goal is to sell 200 roofs from May through the end of September. So, at that realistically speaking, that I know should happen. And these are not numbers that I just hope to hit. I think, I know we're going to hit. It's about 200 roofs per month. And that's pretty badass. So, and at the end of the day, as far as new income and new revenue, or I'm sorry, just our revenue and what we think we should be able to hit, we honestly should hit it somewhere along the lines of $35 to $50 million this year, for sure.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let y'all go, man. You go out there and kill it, brother. And it's good to have you on here, man. I'll be looking forward to catching up with you.
Really appreciate that, Lee, man.
You got it.
Look out. All right, man.